And we are live, boys. Welcome, America, to the Erin and Rodney show with Robin. It's the best hour of your day, assuming your day is very mediocre. Here, production value. Ready? Go. Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's enough.
I love it.
That is a good intro, boys. Boys.
So here's a question I was thinking about as Robin's drinking Tang.
You drinking Tang?
Would it be
orange juice?
Oh, that okay? Orange juice.
Orange juice.
We're all drinking citrus.
That's right. So here's my question: If that sounds very Saved by the Bell, and it does to me, I did the math on it. I would be Zach.
Oh yeah.
You would be Slater.
I'm Slater. Okay, yeah. And what is Robin?
And we got Screech down below.
I like that Robin hasn't watched the show, so he doesn't know to be insulted. But I will tell you this: Screech went on to do pornography movies.
Screech passed away. Did you know it?
He did. May he rest in peace. I watched the episode, his biography or whatever. Yo, Screech had a crazy, like, he was the dork in the cast too. He's like 5 years younger than everybody, and they wouldn't party with Screech, and he felt bad for himself. So he was like art imitating life.
Yeah, I remember. Well, now AC Slater, you may not know this little known fact, Robin. I bet you know who he is. He is Mario Lopez. Isn't that his name?
You don't know Mario Lopez?
You don't know
I
him?
don't
He
know,
hosts Extra.
Oh, he's huge. He's small.
Yeah, he's a big deal.
Huge. Yeah.
And then Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Kelly Kapowski was very attractive.
Kelly Kapowski actually was most recently in that show White Collar.
Oh, was she? I didn't watch. I also enjoyed the work of Lisa Turtle. And
how do you know this many actors and actresses?
No, these are characters.
These are characters. We don't know the real names. Or
Even
actually, her
worse.
real name was Vork Lorries or some weird name.
Oh yeah,
right?
Vork Lorries.
Weird ass name, right? I used to be like, who in the world is that?
Lark Voorhees.
Lark Voorhees. That's it. It was some very bizarre name.
And then Jessie, the curly haired one. Remember
Jessie Costanza.
Yeah, she took too many. She took too many caffeine pills. Remember, it got all fucked up.
Yeah, I remember when she was like reciting this line over and over, and she kept saying it, and Zach had to hold her. She was having a breakdown.
And she was like, "I'm so excited, I'm so scared." And then she didn't even do cocaine; she did fucking over-the-counter caffeine pills. I think, if I remember,
it was horny goat weed pills from the 7-Eleven.
That's what Robin's on. Oh my god!
Yes,
you know what's funny to me? I kind of say this really quick.
Jessie Spano.
Jessie Spano, that was her name. Here's a question for you, Eric. I have a question for you. Do you have 7-Eleven in the great state of Mass?
There's not. We have more like Cumberland Farms, I think, than 7-Elevens.
Cumberland Farms is everywhere. But do you have a 7-Eleven?
I've been to a 7-Eleven. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been to one that has gas?
I think so. Oh, do
here's the thing, right? No. None of them in New York have gas. Here's what's interesting, right? I remember my stepfather used to say to me all the time, right? Because he was in the gas and oil trade. He used to say, "You sell gas to get the people in the store to buy the $5 gallon of milk, right?"
Right. Yeah.
Oddly enough about 7-Eleven is that 7-Eleven sells no gas, but yeah, it's always packed.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Milk?
I have no idea. Maybe he was wrong.
We gotta get somebody from a 7-Eleven expert on the show. We have a lot of experts that we need to get on the show.
The other thing.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I want you.
Well, the other thing I was going to say is that you ever notice how they never seem to have any food in those hot things? Who's eating it?
You know what your life has to have become to eat fucking shit out of a 7-Eleven heating roller mechanism? But
it's always empty.
Well, yeah.
There's always like one or two pieces left. There's always like one piece of pizza left. I'm like, who in the fuck has been in here eating this?
Pizza? I know.
And we live in New York. Garrett. Good morning, Garrett. We live in New York, so there is no excuse.
No, you have Michelin-starred restaurants. People shouldn't be even eating 7-Eleven hot dogs.
Doesn't your 7-Eleven have like 2 hot dogs for $1?
I don't know what the economics of
that still
hot dogs are.
No, it's with a coupon. It is.
No, you got to get a coupon. Well, I like that we're talking about states because I don't know if you know this is a new gimmick we do on the show, but every day is a national day in this country. Multiple days, as a matter of fact, and you're never going to believe what day it is. It plays into both me and Robin. Hold on, you get your own. This is mine. But today's National Massachusetts Day. Oh, Massachusetts. Nice. So I looked up some fun facts about Massachusetts. Number one, we invented America. I don't know if you know this about us, but the Pilgrims landed here, and then we were the first to fuck with the British. We had the massacre, then we had the Tea Party. So we invented America. Aerosmith is the greatest American rock and roll band. So essentially, we invented rock and roll. But I also looked at rubber was invented here, the typewriter, the sewing machine, basketball, volleyball. We had the first gay marriage, which probably means we had the first gay divorce. So we are on the cutting edge of everything, or we were at some point. But
and you guys had the Patriots.
Yeah, oh shit! Thank you. Oh my God,
Yeah,
Sarah,
you might have
we
forgotten
also
that
have
one.
had the greatest professional athlete of all time playing.
Yeah.
In this state.
Wow.
True.
Excuse me. I always thought Massachusetts was a flyover state.
A flyover state.
I just thought you don't get enough rep on the news. So
what more can we contribute to this great nation? I don't know.
The
if
other
you've
thing
heard
too is you guys have the
in
Red
America.
Sox. You guys also have the Red Sox.
Yes, we have one of the foremost baseball teams. I would argue I don't like hockey, but we have an original 6 hockey team. Oh, by the way, we invented fucking basketball, and the Celtics historically are pretty good. Flyover.
They had Kevin McHale and what's his name?
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm.
The other Joker.
Yeah. We had Bill Russell, who won 11 rings, first black coach in the NBA.
So the message here is that Massachusetts has not yet hit its peak.
No, we're ascending.
going on.
Yeah, no, we got a lot going on.
Doesn't Massachusetts also have Cape Cod?
Yes, we do have Cape Cod. We have Provincetown, which is one of the gayest places on earth, which is a delight. Everyone should visit Provincetown. What else have we got? Big Bean.
Yeah, so I bought this hot sauce set, which has like hot sauces from all different states in America. Yeah. Massachusetts, very, very vanilla, garlic hot sauce.
Yeah. And they get pilgrims on the front. Listen,
kind of boring.
Food, outside of lobster, I don't think we have no Michelin-starred restaurants in Boston, which is strange because we're
that is strange.
New York has 50. All right, but enough about Massachusetts. More importantly, I think not only is it Massachusetts Day, but it's National I Love My Feet Day. Robin, you must
Robin.
He must be so excited.
He is excited. Look at it. Look at his eyes.
Yeah, those are Robin's feet, as a matter of fact. Those are the pics that he sent to the modeling agency under false pretense.
Are those fresh rose petals that Robin uses to rinse his feet off in the morning? Is this your morning foot bath, or is this afternoon, midday?
This is his pre-show ritual. Every morning he soaks.
Is there a koi pond under there?
No.
What's going on here?
Yeah, so one of my friends actually owns a foot spa like this, and she told me to come over and have one. So I did this about a year ago, and I was amazed at the fact like how much grated dead skin came off of the soles.
Oh God, that's disgusting.
It looked
and this is a picture from it or no?
Oh, this is the after, but before it was.
I see. It was terrible stuff.
Did you get a French manicure like this chick? That's a French manicure, right? I don't know.
But I have no idea. I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do we have a guest?
We do. We were confirmed. She's not here yet, so.
She's making a Dunkin'
talk
run.
Some more about my my foot cheese.
She's making a Dunkin' run.
Yeah. Not good. I know Boston cuisine could use some help. We have the North End, but that's Italian, and we can't.
I can't believe you really don't have any Michelin. I can't. That's hard to believe. I thought you were making me and funny.
No. Not only do we not have one, I don't think we've ever had one.
Huh.
I think there's a noodle hut in the Philippines that has a Michelin star, and there's not one.
Well, how many do we have in New York?
50. Oh, you have a shit. I think you're in the 20s. Yeah, you're.
You know what's odd about it though, right? This is what's odd to me is that it's Michelin,
right? The tire company,
right? You know how that came to be, right?
Yeah, they wrote a book about traveling. Like you buy Michelin tires, you travel the United States, you want to know where to eat, and the tire place tells you, right? Is that the general idea?
That's it.
How does Garrett find out that you can smoke rose petals? That's concerning.
Well, yeah, Garrett, I think it's one of those things like you can milk anything with nipples. I think you can smoke anything, right? If you try hard enough.
I wonder if Garrett used Google to figure it out, or maybe he tried it. How did you know that?
Sometimes rose petals are garnish in fancy restaurants, and I eat them. I think they taste pretty good. Yeah. Anything else on your feet, Robin, before we move on? I mean, our guest bailed on us, so we're going to have half an hour.
Wait, isn't Massachusetts like predominantly Irish origin?
There's a historically, yes, there's been a large Irish population, but I mean, now I think we're.
Another interesting fact about Massachusetts, or at least Ben Affleck told us this one in the town, is that was it Charlestown?
Charlestown, yeah,
has the most bank robbers in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Remember that movie he did, The Town?
Yep.
Where he was a bank robber?
They have more bank robbers per capita than any other
in the world or something like that.
The city where I was born or from, Lynn, was the arson capital of the world at one point too. So we get arson lockdown. Okay, well, I didn't know this, but evidently you've spoken roses. You can trip. Gary, do me a favor.
I have just ordered a dozen roses.
What'd you say?
I just ordered a dozen roses. We're gonna find out.
We're gonna get all fucked up on flowers. You ever been fucked up on flowers? Oh, this is a good segue into our first
freebasing roses.
The freebasing roses. Yo, you scared a tulip. You wouldn't touch a tulip. You're a bitch. Okay, what is in the news today?
I got a sack of roses. In the quarter.
You want
I'm in the van, little boy. I got some roses.
No. Okay, let's get fucked up on roses. Oh boy.
All right, about the news. I just gotta say, American tourists are really a special breed.
I know. I'm sorry. Can I just apologize to the world for this? Not bad.
Yes, it's not that bad. It's just it's just special.
It's just not great.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people claps on the inside when they first see the Eiffel Tower for the first time. But these two American men really did collapse inside the Eiffel Tower. So they got intoxicated and they got stuck inside the Eiffel Tower overnight because they were just too drunk.
For clapping?
Honestly, this story sounds like something you two would pull off.
Right? I know. What a delightful place to get blackout drunk. The Eiffel Tower, right?
Now, what is this that we're looking at here?
So this is where two American tourists drank too much and couldn't get out of. So this begged the question, were they that drunk going in, or did they get that drunk while we were there? And as it turns out, there is a champagne bar at the top of the Eiffel Tower. So it's possible that they went in fine and just had one too many champagne.
So would they spend the night?
So they passed out, spent the night. And the French are very reasonable people. They are pressing charges, but they waived the fine because they didn't vandalize anything, which is nice.
No. I think they just couldn't find enough Frenchmen to like lift the two Americans out of there.
You think so? Because we're big fat people.
Yeah. Yes.
So wait, so they're going to jail, but they don't have a fine?
Eventually charges will be pressed, but they waived the fine.
Let me just ask you a question. I don't know the legalities on this, right? But let me ask a question. In my understanding, if that happened to me,
yeah,
I would be like, when's court? Tuesday? I'll be there. Thanks,
right,
guys.
And then fly back to the United States.
I'm home. I don't care. What are they going to do? Interpol me?
Exactly. Then you just can't go back to Paris, but there's plenty of other places.
Exactly. There's other spots.
Right.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, right? Are they really going to be like 10 years from now? We've got him. We've got him. Yeah. Who is that? Is that one of the terrorists? No, the guy that fell asleep in the tower. We've got him. You
remember those two fat fuck Americans that slept in that tower?
I know it's him. He's got a Carl's Jr. hat on.
Yeah, it's gonna be like when Obama got Bin Laden. They were all in the room celebrating, high fives. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Exactly. They'll call Barack Obama at home and they'll be like, what is it? What's going on? We got those fuckers in the tower.
Release use an image. We don't give a shit. Listen, we're rebels on this show. Plus, we have no viewership. So, joke's on them.
Well, they can't sue LinkedIn. So,
no.
Or maybe they can. I don't know. Right?
It's a
if they can or they can't, it really does not my worries, to be honest.
Have you guys ever got fucked up at the Eiffel Tower before?
No. I have not.
Not a place I'd like to drink. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I will say this though. Americans on the other spectrum, like when foreigners come to like scale the Hollywood sign or like do some shit at the Statue of Liberty, you guys also lose your shit. Like pretty bad. And they'd be like, these fucking tourists.
It's usually not tourists, though, but it's not usually tourists doing it. It's usually idiots, American idiots.
Oh, okay.
Like the lady, remember the lady a couple of years ago? Remember a couple of years ago when that lady like chained herself or whatever started climbing the Statue of Liberty? She was making a statement about something. I don't remember now what it was.
That's true. I do like to drink everywhere. Yeah, I would get fucked up in the Eiffel Tower, but I just don't think I get so fucked up I couldn't leave. Like, how long do you try to get out of the Eiffel Tower before you like, fuck it, I'm gonna take a nap and figure it out in the morning. I'll get out of the Eiffel Tower in the morning.
I'll climb out.
I'm gonna figure it out.
When they came to press charges, I would say, listen, guys, you might want to press charges, but I'm just thinking about how will my lawyer say when I tell him that you checked this entire place and allowed us to stay in here overnight where we could have been killed.
I know.
Wonder what he'll say.
Yeah.
This reminds me of French tourists who scaled the pyramids in Giza and they had sex on top.
Oh, see, that's. Oh, do you think these two
Yeah.
guys smashed in the Eiffel Tower?
I don't know.
They
I'd
were
like to
finna get
imagine.
loose.
No, you're right, Andy. If everyone got so
That's true.
fucked up they slept in monuments, it wouldn't be a news story. So
Yeah.
these two are exceptional drinkers.
Exceptional drinkers.
All
We
right.
need
Well,
their names. We need them on the drinking team.
that's what bothered me. They didn't release their names or their images, but I'm sure
You know what I
they're
was thinking
fine.
about the other day? I just want to say something really quick. You know how they have the hot dog
Eating
yearly
contest?
thing? Yeah, exactly.
Joey Chestnut.
They do not have the drinking contest. Have you ever noticed?
Because people would die. I think maybe that's what the thing is.
You don't think someone could die from eating too many hot dogs?
Well, it hasn't happened yet. How many hot dogs does he eat? 70? 60?
I thought he ate like 4.
That's
No, I
the
think he
full
ate like
total
60
record.
hot dogs. He ate like 60 hot dogs.
Imagine doing 60 shots in competition. I think you would die, wouldn't you?
No.
Yeah. Well, next week, on the
There's
Eric and
only one
Rodney
way to
show,
find
there's
out.
the drinking competition.
We started the professional, no, but think about it. It's the PDL, the Professional Drinking League.
I like that. Sponsored by the Eric and Rodney Show with Robin, with no guest.
I wonder if we could get any alcohol sponsors.
We're gonna goddamn try. I can tell you that much. You know who could use some rub is Bud Light. I'm sure Bud Light would sponsor us.
That's true.
As long as Robin keeps his wigs off, his dresses in the closet. All right. What's next, Neil?
Tell us more.
Don't put that shawl on. We're gonna realize
You're gonna get me drunk on every show.
I
and
thought
I'm
it was
just-
nighttime
you'll
over
grab
there in the Philippines. What in the world's that beam of sun doing on you?
the fuck. No, I'm enlightened today.
Oh, I thought you were outside in the sunlight.
Hey, that the ultimate game for couples behind
I
you.
saw
Is
that
sex-
already.
is that a
Is that a
sex-
game?
Some cards are, yeah.
Hey now, can we play that?
Hey,
next week?
hey.
Honestly,
Let's play that with our next guest.
Hear me out. We don't have a guest today. I think we should play that for the second half of the show today. It's serendipity.
Or do we have any good videos to show?
No, we might be able to pull some up. Well, let's see how much juice we can get out of the news, though. So, what do we get next?
Yeah, but I'm a little bit scared to give my opinion on this next one, so I might just read the headline. So Biden shouts during a speech, "Name me one single thing the U.S. has set out to accomplish and failed. Name me one."
Can I go?
Is that what Joe Biden said?
Yeah. Okay. So,
Okay,
with for
verbatim.
context, he's really responding to the right, who says like America's the worst country, like make America great again because it's not great now. You know what I'm saying? They're just like everything sucks because Trump isn't in power, and he's
So he wasn't on the porch screaming at people smoking a cigarette in his underwear.
No, they cut it. So
Okay,
he's
got
just
it.
ranting like a lunatic when in fact he was baited by the right. You know,
Got it.
that's what he was. He would go, they say everything sucks, but blah blah blah. Which
So
on the
this is
one
a Fox
hand,
News story.
yes.
Got it.
Right
Go on.
How'd you?
You should have
know?
just led with that.
Right. But here's the other thing. Like, dude, I think to Robin's point, there's plenty of shit that we haven't gotten done. Like, I don't know, affordable healthcare, affordable higher education, infrastructure that's not falling apart, systemic racism. Like, you'd still have a heart attack in this country and lose your house. Inflation's out of control. Interest rates are out of control. What else we got? Oh,
We didn't win Afghanistan.
Didn't win
Oh.
Afghanistan. Didn't necessarily win Iraq. Still stalemated in North Korea and Vietnam, or Korea and Vietnam. The number one killer of children is gun violence in this country. So I think
We don't have any gun violence rules.
No. So Joe. I named a few. Now it's his turn to refute. What were you going to say, Robin? What's your controversial take on this?
No, that was going to be controversial as well. I was going to say like handed a bunch of modern weapons to a group of people who eventually became terrorists.
Yeah, well, we do that a lot.
But that wasn't Joe Biden's fault.
No,
Not true, but it was America.
Yeah. You know, it's funny though. At the end of his rant about how, like, name one thing, he names one thing. He goes, "All right, so we don't really live up to our ideals of everybody being equal in this country." So, I mean, he sort of contradicted himself at the end there, but at least he admitted that there's one thing. There's just the one thing the United States has not done.
Well, my problem with some of these stories is they always like take certain cuts of a longer speech out of context and they like blast the shit out of it. So it's kind of what's going on here.
Well, that's what Fox does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a good story.
All right. I mean, it was ballsy. I appreciate, but again, it just reminds me listening to him. He's too old. He's 80 years old.
It's funny though when he does press conferences, and I don't know what the guy's name. I think it's Peter something. I know he works for Fox, but he's hysterical. He'll ask the craziest questions. I remember one time he was like, he used to do it to Trump too. He was like, is this week infrastructure week or is it small business week? And they're like, get out of here. Just get out.
I'm not saying, see, being a president ain't easy, so we can't have an 80-year-old guy up there. I just.
By the way, I want to say something really quick. I was watching Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan asked Mark Andreessen from Andreessen Horowitz if Newsmax was an infomercial or if it was real news, and he said it was an infomercial.
Nice. Oh, yeah. So, Robin, your 1 point, we did set out to arm those terrorists, so we got it done. You know what I'm saying?
Right, we did. That's a good point.
Go America.
Don't argue with Joe Biden. You can't argue with Joe Biden. His arguments are watertight. Nothing gets by that man.
Nobody knows what Joe's doing, and neither does he.
No.
That's why he's so effective. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I do know a couple of radical minority groups in the Philippines that could use some modern weapons.
Oh, well, do you want to give old Uncle Joe a call?
Well, let me tell you how to get in contact with him. Reach out to Hunter.
Yeah. Do you have cocaine and hookers? Because that's a real easy way to get old daddy's phone number.
You know what I used to think to myself all the time, right? You just nailed it. Is that Pablo Escobar was like, I cannot get anyone to help me.
You're never going to believe the power of cocaine.
The only thing he has is cocaine and money.
Mm.
I wonder if the banks and the movie stars are interested.
Yeah. No, I know. If only.
Or the CIA.
Joe Biden did say that the United States is still the beacon of the world. So as an American, I can't really comment on this because I don't have an outsider's perspective. But Robin, do you think the United States is still the beacon of the world? The shining light of hope, the city on the hill. Is that us?
No.
Oh, shit. Who is it?
To be fair, like if some shit, like if aliens invaded, we'd all look to America.
Of course, yeah, we'll take care of it. Yeah, you
the
just
military.
We're not going to
budget,
look to North
like,
Korea.
No, you just keep eating your suckling pig and your spaghetti with hot dogs on top, and we'll take care of the aliens for you.
Yeah,
Like
well,
everybody
yes,
else.
but at least like most modern first world problems, Scandinavian countries.
Oh yeah, they get their shit locked down. No homework in some of these countries. Only 4 hours of school a day, and they crush
But
the rest of the world.
Isn't 75% tax?
It's high. Yeah, but you don't have to pay for anything, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, if you don't have to pay for groceries or homes or anything, I guess that can make sense. But if I have to pay any bills, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
You know, in Norway, they actually pay you to go to high school.
Oh shit! Well,
unfortunately, I'm not in high school, so I feel like that's going to help me. Is there any useful information you've gathered for us, or is this all just incompetent shit?
We missed out on the good Norwegian high school money, motherfucker.
Right.
What do you think they use that for? Drugs? Drinking?
Drugs.
Mm-hmm. Is there a big drug problem over there in the Scandinavia?
I don't think so.
I will say this. I don't like this about their society. So Noma is, generally speaking, either the one or two best restaurant in the world. Are you familiar with this place?
Yes.
The guy is always complaining that I think it's in Denmark, that like the idea that you are a tall poppy, that like you're standing above other people is like bad societally, and they look down on you if you're trying to be a celebrity, which is totally antithetical to the American way, where we worship you if you're a celebrity. And I like that better because someday because we're pursuing fame. You know what I'm saying?
But here's my question: is that how would that help us? Everyone would be like, "There's the two famous guys. That please stop. No, get away."
As long as we don't care that we're famous, they internalize it like, "Oh, I suck because I want the spotlight." But I'm like, I'm amazing because I want the spotlight.
Here's my question though: Does anybody? I mean, serious, right? Unless you're a serial killer or a serial killer's family, or some crazy shit like that, who in the world is ever like, I don't want to be famous?
I do not know. I do.
You can always translate fame into wealth.
Yes, and wealth is the best thing in the world. It is the greatest thing.
You cannot translate wealth into fame, but you can always translate fame into wealth.
You know what, Jennifer Watkins? That's a good question. You're famous in very certain corners of places.
The North Fork.
The North Fork area, the Tri-City. Listen, we'll fucking try.
The road I live on.
Yep, huge. My family likes me, I think.
You know what is funny is I play pickleball, as you may have heard, and people come up to me and be like, "Dude, I was watching the show last week," and I'm like, and sometimes they'll say that I'm like, "What the fuck show? What do you do?" And they're like, and one guy said that, and I was like, "What show?"
Yeah.
And he was like, your show. And I was like, oh, yes. That's right. I do have a show. Sorry.
I
Yes,
wish
what
somebody
about it?
happy birthday via text yesterday, who I haven't spoken. Once a year, I write happy birthday. And he goes, oh, I've seen your stuff on Facebook. So I think, like 20 people might know who we are because of this shit or are aware of this shit.
Well, everyone I play pickleball with knows.
Okay.
Which is oddly enough. And apparently
he
they all
would-
have LinkedIn.
when are we gonna monetize this motherfucker? Oh shit! Any day now.
What if the show was about how we don't monetize?
So it's like Seinfeld is a show about not on LinkedIn. It would be very weird. They like monetizing on this platform.
That's true.
I'd bring my OnlyFans subscribers to the show, but I don't think they're interested in seeing my top half. So
no, they don't give a shit. Right,
you know what would be an amazing show is for us to tell jokes while Chris Bogue plays the electric flute.
The electric flute. Yeah, we need to learn instruments. But here's the
We
thing
need
about
instruments.
stalkers. I would, how I've mentioned this joke, this comedian Ted Alexandro says if he was in prison and someone tried to rape him, he just tried to rape them back. So they'd be going in circles trying to rape each other. If I'm a stalker, joke's on you. I'm into it. So, you know what I mean? Like, come on, baby, get in here. Let's fucking go.
That's what I always thought when they said the Scientology people were following them. Follow them. Let them wake up in the back seat and you're like, hey, buddy, how are you? What are you doing in my car? I thought we were following each other. You're not playing the game anymore? I promise you things will turn around.
I'm telling you. See, here's the thing about the male-female difference. Like, I assume if I had a stalker, it would be a chick, and I'm into that sort of thing. So you're going to show up at my house and want to smash? I know it's a different dynamic, me being a guy and a chick showing up, than you being a chick and a guy showing up. But still, sounds delightful.
Here's a question, though. Let's flip the script. Let's say it was a 300-pound MAGA. Hold on.
Okay.
That loves Comic-Con, Mountain Dew, and is a furry. And he's looking for you. And the only way he can sleep at night is to have Eric in his arms.
Okay, can I ask some questions? I want to flesh out this persona. How does he feel about Hot Pockets? Does he like Hot Pockets?
He likes the microwave.
Okay. with the crisping sleeve?
And the cooling fan.
Does he have a job? Is he like a freelance bathroom attendant?
He's a professional commenter on social media.
Does he smell like
It smells like Doritos, yes.
Okay, but Cool Ranch or sweet chili?
There's some in his hair and his beard, probably.
Well, trivializing other people's traumas.
Oh,
Lord. Does he look like Brad Pitt from 1994's Interview with the Vampire?
No, but Britney Spears recently posted a picture of Brad Pitt and said that was her favorite picture of Brad. She also recently is getting divorced from her husband, and he wants more money in the prenup.
Well, that marriage only lasts 14 months. So he smells like Cool Ranch Doritos and sweet chili. I'm in. How can you say no to that?
Yeah,
that's a good point. And is he bringing Mountain Dew?
I used to work with this guy years ago. He was in landscaping. Like I was in high school, and he would say to me, "You guys want to get really messed up?" And we'd be like, "Yeah, we want to get crazy, man." And I was thinking like we're going to be sniffing glue or something. He'd be like, "Let's take." He was a grown man, and he would say, "Let's chug a couple of dews." Like that's not going to do anything. He like had him in his truck. He was like a nerd. His name was Dan. I used to call him Dan the Christian man.
Dan the Christian man who loves Mountain Dew. Every morning, hillbillies go to the mountains and collect the dew for that morning's crop. Did you know that?
Really? I heard that it was a different process. That the Mountain Dew actually was urine in the jugs of the hillbillies.
Is that true? Oh, that's a lot more disappointing.
That's a scary story.
Oh shit. Oh well. All right. Hey, listen, we killed half an hour on 2 stories, so I think we're doing pretty good.
Yeah, all right.
We're professionals. I like this next story.
Is it a feel-good story?
It's a real good story.
Okay, how do you feel about child influencers?
I don't have a way. That's a good one.
Mount and do me. How do I feel about child influencers? That seems like a loaded question. I want my child to be an influencer so he can make money and I don't have to work. Well, yes, I want my kid to get a job.
Okay, that's exactly the problem with the story. Is the parents are like forcing their kids to be in their vlogs.
Yes.
And this is going to stay on the internet for the rest of their lives. So
it's a real fucking issue, and I'll tell you this. So I know you two don't have children, but I'm quite familiar with these fucking families that go around. But have you heard of this kid? You know, this Ryan from Ryan's Toy Review. Are you familiar with his work?
Now, how old is he? He's worth $200 million. What is
Yes.
he, 8?
So
7?
my 6-year-old used to watch him all the fucking time. He's outgrown him. But yeah, so this kid, these are his parents. Actually, she was arrested for shoplifting in college, and he's some sort of engineer or some shit. But whatever. They just started doing toy reviews very early on. And
What
now,
do you mean, like toys kids play with?
yeah, so they would buy toys, they would unbox them, he'd talk about them, review them, and all of a sudden it blew the fuck up. So
The kid would.
Yeah, exactly. But now there's production value. They have a whole fucking team. He's got characters. There's stuffed animals.
Really?
He's in Target. He's in Walmart. He makes 80,000 a day on YouTube from views.
Jesus.
What in the world are we doing? What's your son's name again?
Roman.
Does he have any toys?
Listen, huh?
Does he have any toys?
So Jenny knows him.
See? Oh my God. If you have a kid of a certain age, he is fucking gigantic.
But how old is he now? My God, he's got to be a grown man.
Well, let me tell you this. You know how the genius of these two, they made 2 more kids. So they had girl twins. So it's like he's aging out of the system, but the twin girls are coming into the system. So it's like a AAA. It's like baseball. I know, it's fucking wild. So I guess my point is, if you can exploit your children into making a fucking $2 million nest egg, sorry. Sorry, you're on the internet. I get 200.
God, yeah.
So
they're worried about college. Put your backpack away, son. Don't even worry about it. You literally, I'm telling you right now, if you, and this is true, if you had $10 million, if you have $10 million and you invest it normally and don't act like an idiot, you'll never have to work again.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit!
$200 million. None of them would ever have to work again.
Yep. So if you go to Walmart, there's this giant egg. It's a Ryan's Toy Review giant egg. It's $40. We've never bought one, but I assume it's full of like worthless shit. And Jenny just confirmed it. So,
and it's his egg.
It's his egg. Ryan, he has games on the Switch. There's a racing game with all his fucking characters that they've made from the show. It's crazy. Okay, so a couple things about this story. So this, Robin, do you want to say what the crux of the issue is?
Yeah, what's the problem? I have. Is there a problem?
There's a problem. People
I have my own take on it, but yes.
All right. So there's this chick who introduced legislation in Illinois, I believe, that parents can't exploit their children without paying them. So she's saying like you need to be paid a percentage. If the child is in the video 100%, then you owe the child 50%. There's like some weird algorithm about how much money if the video is monetized that you owe the child when he turns 18 or she.
Right, but what's he going to do with $100 million? He's 7.
Well, that's why they're holding it into trust until he's 18.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. I think that makes sense. But I'm saying, like, these kids, like, I don't know why he didn't give me $50 million. What are you going to do? Buy Disney World? You're 8.
They're going to use Michael Jackson. Yeah, of course. They're going to buy a monkey. They're gonna, everything Michael Jackson did, they're going to do. Have sex with kids, buy monkeys, the whole fucking thing.
Mm-hmm. So my take so much isn't really in the article. It's more like the dark side of the story is like you just know some other kids in some third world country are making all these toys, right?
Oh yeah, I mean the whole system is of course, but listen, that's going to happen whether kids sell.
Hold on a second. Here's an idea. The kids making the toys should say, "Here's how you make the toy."
Yeah, get an iPhone in the factories. I'm sure we can rake up. So this law was born of an idea in 1936. A kid that was in a bunch of Charlie Chaplin movies. His parents were stealing all the money, so he won a court decision, but he only got 15%. So at least these people are here fighting for a little bit. Yeah, no.
Well, Leslie, in his defense, I mean, in their defense, he didn't have any lines, right?
They were talkies. Exactly.
I mean, anyone could have done that. Kids, come on.
Yeah.
God bless this kid. I don't see a problem. God bless you. I mean, it's terrible that people are. I think the only terrible part of this story is I'm not involved.
I think the terrible part is this kid is out earning everybody like ever. 200 million, and he's I don't know, maybe 12 at this point.
He's 12 here?
Mm-hmm. No. This is when he first started out. He's older. You wouldn't recognize him these days. He's got a neck tattoo.
He looks like Robin.
Looks like Robin.
So 15%, that's about 30 million, right? I mean, that's still decent-ish.
Well, that's under the Charlie Chaplin law. With these new laws, he's owed 50% of that.
I gotta be honest with you. If these people have this kind of money, this cake looks terrible. I don't know what the world they're trying to sell here, but I mean, like I've had better cakes, and I don't. $200 million. My God.
This is before they took off. I'd say like a year.
Okay, because you can move mountains. I mean, Paul over there's got to get his hair sorted and his teeth fixed up.
He still looks He still looks all fucked up. I'll give him that. Like she's glowed up, but
remember how John and Kate +8, like when they first started the show, they were like, and then like towards the end, they were like models. They don't now, but they look really good.
Yeah. That's what happened to these people.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. The kid's cute.
Yeah. Well, Garrett, you fucked up. You were mowing lawns. You should have been an international superstar on YouTube.
Gary, here's where you messed up. You should have said, "I need $100 million to mow the lawn or get out of here. Don't even bother me. Don't even knock on my door in my room.
$7 a week is just that's
$7, $7 million.
Yeah.
Don't even come around here.
Or you ain't getting the lawn mowed. Here's the thing too.
Paid boy.
Child exploitation is as old as time. I think we're just in this country. You're like, oh, you're black, we don't have to pay you. You're fucking a woman, we don't have to pay you. You're a kid, we don't have to pay you. It's the dark side of capitalism. And it's this reminds me of the fucking the Johnny Manziel thing, because you watch that Manziel special, right? Texas Tech or something made $80 million when he won the Heisman. He didn't see a dime of that. It's the same thing, man. You got to pay people. Damn it.
Gotta pay to play.
That's right. That's right. But to Robin's point, these kids can't choose to be YouTube stars, and the internet's forever, everyone will forget about you in 2 weeks if you don't do a video anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Take your money and run.
If this kid's worth $200 million, you can start a hedge fund and he could buy the internet in 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what? The guy we had on the other day, he said Web3. Don't want to even know who you are.
No. It's like Tom from MySpace.
Yes.
Like everyone makes fun of Tom from MySpace because he's not Facebook, but he sold the company for like $300 million. Like, fuck off,
You know who owns his company?
Yes. Fucking Noodlehead there.
Fox News.
Oh, they do? I thought Justin Timberlake bought it.
It's Justin Timberlake. He's still rocking steady, right?
Yeah. Fox News owns MySpace? Interesting.
Why?
I don't know.
It's either Fox News or Fox, which means now Disney would own it.
And I think Ryan made the right choice not going into IT.
That's right.
That's right, baby. All right.
What I love is you see the IT guys come in, right? And they would have their Blackberries with them. You're like,
I know.
You really IT?
Ryan. Robin. All Asians look the same. Just kidding. So have you ever seen a BlackBerry?
Have me say those jokes because then it would be okay. Have I seen the what?
A BlackBerry.
Yeah, of course. I never owned one, but I've seen it.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure we're on the same page.
That's what the barefoot bandits use to communicate
with each other.
Beep, 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 beep.
I saw Blackberries when I was 5 years old in the factory. I was making them.
His tiny hands. Garrett, you know what's funny is I remember funny story what Garrett's talking about. When I first got on MySpace, I remember thinking to myself, who in the hell is this guy Tom? I was looking on LinkedIn. I was looking everywhere. I'm like, I don't even know this guy. Who in the hell is this guy? And I remember I messaged one of my friends and I'm like, who in the hell is Tom, whatever his name was? And they were like, oh, that's the guy that created. I'm like, oh my God, okay.
He was everybody's friend. Remember in MySpace too, you could rank, you had a top 8. You got to rank your friends, which is a feature I'd like them to bring back for Facebook. I think would cause some controversy. We need some of that these days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You could also remember you could change your background and you could put up a song.
Yeah, you had to figure out how to code. I know. It was a great day.
That's where I learned people said, I remember when my friend said, what, you learn HTML? No, but I did use MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
You could get your skins.
I think now they still have that kind of system on like
so
Twitch
time
and stuff. Like the top 8 contributors.
They have that where?
Like Twitch and probably OnlyFans, right? Like
why in the world would Justin Timberlake? But why would Justin Timberlake have bought MySpace? That's just the worst idea.
I think they were trying to make it into a music-centered social media platform, and it just didn't work. We don't need that. What?
You know who should buy it?
Who?
Us? We should crowdsource it.
I think so.
Crowdsource the money.
Based on the power of this show, we should.
And you know what we make it? We make it LinkedIn 3.0.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Here's where you do it. You ready? This is how we do it. It's Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Snapchat, and X, all of them in one. It's everything.
Okay.
It's all of it.
No, listen, I'm in. If you're in, I'm in. I like that Sergio's still talking about rum.
Wait, what?
I love it.
You got rum on the brain. You
That's
commented
right.
on the rum yesterday, too.
Oh, we talked about rum. Yeah.
I love rum.
Yesterday was rum
right?
day.
What do you think? That's a good idea?
Well, as long as Ryan doesn't outbid us for the services.
But you know what we could say is we're the anti-Facebook. That's all we got to say.
You could call
Your space. Tom's space, right?
Oh, should be
Or you know
low-
what we could call it? This is what we could call it: safe space.
Oh, the safe space. I'm a big fan of safe spaces. I don't think people's feelings should get hurt.
You know who we could send invites out to? I've got it now. The canceled and the people that have been kicked out of their religions.
So it's like an online cult?
Yes.
Oh, I think you have something here.
Then we've
I
got to
see
speak
where
to
it's
Joey
going.
B about getting tax-free, and then it's off to the races.
I think we're into something. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Have we considered LinkedIn
These
face?
suggestions are pretty good.
I think we get a lot of people that want to invest in this idea. That are
Yeah, I
watching
mean,
the show right
does
now.
everyone have their checkbook out?
How much we need to buy from Time Life? They're not doing anything with it.
Probably a couple of $100 billion, but I'm just speculating here.
I haven't typed these words into a computer in about 15 years, but MySpace.com. Let's see how. Oh,
Imagine you came up first.
No
doesn't.
way.
You're not gonna. There's nothing. Oh, they.
No, that's sad.
No, it's disappointing. I don't.
What's happened? What is it? What do you see?
It's like music. It's like a Medicaid. It's all like music videos and shit, but like
No, we get rid of that crap,
yeah, no, totally.
and we come back in and we say, "Hey guys, this is the anti-Facebook."
They have news stories on the Rolling Stones and Dolly Parton. If you're interested, all right, I get out of here. MySpace. Fuck
Get
it.
out of there before you get a virus.
I know it's gonna give my Mac a virus. Okay, what's next? Have we covered this? Are we done with kids? They should pay. They should pay
Yeah.
the kids, right?
I definitely think they should pay the kids for sure. I no question.
I'm glad we all agree. We're anti.
And pay us.
I'm fine with child labor. You just have to pay for the child labor.
I'm fine with anybody working. Old people, young people, everybody. Just everybody's got to give.
I still can't believe $200 million, 80,000 a day.
Robin, what were you smiling here for about?
Being paid 10 cents an hour.
Now, 200 million, it looks like. And you know what's really sad here is this little kid looks like, I imagine Robin Wood is a little child.
Of course.
And it's called Ryan's World. So I think Ryan's World is taken. Just newsflash.
That's too bad. Robin's World. Robin's Feet World.com. All right. Well,
what's the next story? Is there any feel good stories for the day?
Oh, this one goes real fast.
Sure. I mean, this could be feel good. Just I don't know. You have to be a certain like demographic to feel good about the story. It's quite scummy.
We might like it.
One of the scummiest. No, we'll see. I think one of the scummiest things you could do in this world is like to hate on someone else because they believe something different.
So yeah, that's pretty scummy.
Yeah.
Have you been on this show before? The fucking premise of this goddamn thing we do every day
is hate.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We lead with hate.
All right. Hate it is. Two Christian men tore pages from a Quran. Angry Muslims retaliated, burned Christian churches and homes.
Oh boy. Here we go again.
Fox News.
No, this is a real story. So two Christians, first of all, oh my God, once again, atheists are the best people on the planet.
Is this in Queens?
Atheists wouldn't be on either side of this. We wouldn't be tearing out pages from books because we're too smart for that. And we wouldn't set churches on fire because we're too good for that. But yeah.
I have a couple of statements here, okay? First of all, is this in Queens?
You recognize it?
No, this is in America, right? Here's number two, right?
Pakistan.
This was a fire.
Yep.
How in the hell did they get all the brick off?
Yo, they set everything on fire.
Yeah, but the brick is all there. It looks like they had to tear the brick with their hands. Brick don't burn.
Yeah. Good point.
I'm no fire.
It looks like just the pianos there. And here's the thing: we're looking to put out the fire. Why did they bring the children? What are they going to do? Jump on the fire?
I think everybody likes to see a good fire. You know what I mean? Like there's a crash on the side of the road, you slow down. You just.
And where'd they pull this guy from? Abercrombie? Hey, listen, when you finish your shift at Abercrombie, get down here to the fire at the mosque. Come on down. Right? It's like the two little kids up there in their pajamas, right?
Yep.
I just left church, and this guy here in the black, he's like, who cares what's going on? Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Right. And what is that? A piano?
I think that's
a jewelry box.
Oh yeah, well it was a church, and I think they like to slam out some tunes on the old piano.
But the only thing I see on fire is the jewelry box.
I think it'd been burning for a while. I'm no fire doctor. I will say though that capital punishment for blasphemy is still a thing in Pakistan, Iran, Brunei, and then some country I can't pronounce. So, do you guys want to talk some shit about religion? Get a fatwa put on our head? Mm-hmm.
Hold on? Can I just say one other thing too? Right, I'm no engineer. But all of these brick is falling. Yet seems like everybody wants to come down the stairs, right? It's like the electric slide. I'm serious. What's holding that up?
You're taking a lot out of this picture. I like it. You should be a crime scene analyst.
I'm Dexter. Did you ever watch that show, Dexter?
I fucking love Dexter. It
Oh
was
my
great.
God, I love that show. Did you see the latest one where it's like Cold Blood or New Blood or whatever? It was terrible.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, but it was terrible because here's the thing. Can I tell you what happens?
Yep.
It ends the show.
No, I know. I agree with you. Can I just tell you a little thing about Massachusetts? You know the bar he goes into? Like it's sort of the thing where he's drinking and he meets the
Yeah.
chick. That's the bar I play trivia at. It's right down the street. Fucking crazy, right?
I've got to go
Wow.
there.
Mm-hmm. It's called the Bull Run in Shirley, Massachusetts.
I love that show.
Oh my God, Dexter's. I was Dexter for Halloween once, and my wife was wrapped up in Saran wrap. She was a victim.
That's good. That's good.
I like that we're talking. I don't know how we got on Dexter, but Robin, have you seen Dexter?
That's a great show. Because I'm going to be a crime scene analyst specialist, CSI investigation
Yeah,
work. You know what my thing is? Can I say this? I don't think I would have ever been good in law enforcement. I'm going to tell you the truth. Unless it was tracking serial killers.
Mm.
I only really have issue if you hurt animals, old people, or children.
Yeah, but
Right? Like if you're speeding, I
I
don't care. I can't be bothered with that kind of stuff. I don't like tattling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're raping
Right.
children or hurting children or raping women, it's time for some street justice.
But
But if you're speeding in traffic,
yeah, if you're
be
anti-tattling,
careful.
I don't think police work is for you.
Nah.
No, that's
Well, my teacher used to be like, "You're in charge. You come back, and anybody talking, the classroom's on fire." I didn't see anything.
no, not you.
No,
You're not-
sir.
yeah, you're a rebel. You don't like authority. That's
Well, here's the thing, right? I would prefer to handle it my own justice. I remember one time this
street justice.
the
Yeah.
street justice, right? Like if you break into my car, I'm not going to tell on you,
Mhm.
but good luck to your car, right? God bless you.
Yeah.
I hope for the best.
That's
For
something
example, I'll give you an example. When I
Yes.
was in high school, this kid took center caps off my car one day. I thought it was funny. He obviously thought it was funny. What he did not think was funny when I took the doors off his truck.
Oh, but that is objectively funny though. Taking
It's
doors.
funnier. Yeah.
It is funnier.
And then when I
Yes,
sent him a
yes.
Polaroid of him, he went banana sandwiches. He really, I think that he still did not find it funny. I could not stop laughing.
Yeah.
But here
Well,
we
listen,
are.
This plays into this story, I think, perfectly. So let's play a little game. What's your favorite book? I'm just going to assume it's like the 4-Hour Work Week, right?
Yeah, let's say that one.
Favorite book. Okay.
Say it. Yeah.
Let's say Robin tears 2 pages out of the 4-Hour Work Week.
Mm.
Is your response going to be to burn his house to the ground? Do you think?
A little extreme.
You know what I would say to
Yeah.
Robin?
Real extreme.
I can't believe you printed that out to tear it out because I have it on my phone and my computer. But here's the thing. I will say this is these guys, I feel like take things real serious.
They do take things really seriously.
You know what I mean?
Yes, to the point where
That-
they were
that-
burning houses of Christians. And like they have tell a story of a mother who fled with their 3 kids. Her husband wasn't the one that ripped the pages out, just a Christian. And because she's Christian, they
Right.
burned. And listen, I hate Christianity as much as I hate all these other fucking batshit religions. But Jesus Christ, can we stop with this lunacy? It's 2023. Why are we still acting like this over stories made by Bronze Age sheep herders? Holy shit, can we stop?
So I have the solution to
Okay.
this crisis. Ebook Bibles and Qurans.
You think you think that,
Amazon. But these people don't even have computers now. Let me ask you a question. Where do you think they had the Wi-Fi routers at in that picture?
yeah, that's a good
Where do
okay.
you
yeah.
think they were at?
That's a
By the
counterpoint.
story
I don't
box?
know how the Wi-Fi in Pakistan is. I mean, not in this house. It's not going to be very good.
I don't understand why they got the. I'm not being funny. Are those are bedroom? Isn't that like feety pajamas the children are wearing? I'm being funny. I'm asking. I can't see that good.
No, I think this is standard attire in Pakistan. Again,
Okay, because I'm thinking they
judgment.
woke the kids up and were like, "Come downstairs. There's a fire."
yeah, you got to see this burning church. You're going to love
Yeah.
it. Nah,
I would say,
man.
you know what? Why don't you take the kids out of the building and let me investigate and not burn us all to death and kill us? Because I know the kid's going to go over there. What's this?
I think we're all, me and you are famously left leaning. But I think one of the problems with our side of the team is being tolerant of intolerance. You know what I mean? We go, well, we don't really understand, the Muslim culture. Yeah, okay, but burning churches because somebody ripped the page out of a book, that's a bad thing to do.
Oh, that's absurd. Yeah, wherever you are. But I also think it's absurd for Dylan Roof, if I believe his name was. I could be wrong on that. The guy that walked into the African American church in South Carolina, was that?
Equally
Is that what it
terrible. Yes. Can we stop?
But hold on a second now. Let me tell you what we do with Dylan. We drop Dylan off at this church,
Woo! Have him
Naked.
tear some pages out of a Quran.
naked,
Mm-hmm.
that says, "I hate the Quran." Good luck.
Oh, yeah.
Let us know how it goes, Dylan. Let's
You know
see
what that
if
is?
your survival skills kick in like they did at the church.
That's some street justice shit right there.
Show these boys what it's like.
Yeah, Dylan, you dick. I just
Love
You know what I
Sure,
mean?
that.
So that's just crazy too. Like it's crazy for them to do that, of course, but it's even crazier for, listen, I could look at them and say, listen, I don't advocate what you're doing. I think it's terrible, but their IQs are probably around 50.
Yep.
With this kid Dylan, like he's had every advantage, and you say, how's he had it? He's in America.
Right.
If you were born in my mind, right, and you can say this is wrong, not whatever. If you were born in America, you already had an advantage. That's just what I believe it to be, right?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not saying you can't make it.
Yes.
Correct. You already have an advantage, right? And he didn't have enough sense not to go to a church. God knows why he did. Or what was the other kid that went to a supermarket and started shooting up people outside in the parking lot? People are crazy.
They are crazy. There's a mass shooting every day. What are people so upset about? You're in the United States. Things aren't that. I know I just listed 50 reasons why we suck, but there's 50 reasons why we're reasonable too. You stop shooting shit.
Here's the other thing I don't understand, right? If I was a psychopathic killer that wanted to kill people, I can't think of a better profession for me than to get over to the war, whatever one we're involved in. Head on over to Ukraine.
Exactly.
They need you.
There's plenty of professions where you could kill people legally. You could be a police officer. You could kill unarmed black people. You can
head on over to Ukraine. You don't even have to be official. Just head on over to Ukraine, find a sweaty rat-like guy, and be like, listen. No, I'm serious. I'm serious. If I was like a killer and I was like, I don't know what to do with myself, head over to Ukraine. I'm sure you will either get killed or kill somebody.
No, totally. And there's all these, like, you don't even have to be in the military. You can go one of these there's like Blackwater. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to go shave your head. Just go sign up and say, I'd like to kill a bunch of brown people. We go, well, listen, great news. Do I have a job for you?
And if you're really psychopathic, just hop on a plane to Africa.
Right.
Look for a guy with a machine gun and tell him your services are his.
Yeah.
You need to work with him.
I think I need to step in as like a mediator.
Please help us.
The topic.
Well, Andy, I have bad news for you. That's exactly who we have in law enforcement. I don't know if you've seen any of the news lately, but they love killing people. Can't get enough. Don't sell loose cigarettes. Punishable by death. What were we going to say as an outsider, Robin?
No, I was just saying we should probably change the topic.
I think it's a good one. What's wrong with it?
Man. Listen,
I'm saying if you're a serial killer, and I'm not suggesting we have serial killers, but if you're a serial killer, instead of killing people, innocent people, and shooting up schools, head on over to a foreign country, get in some kind of conflict. I'm sure if you were that crazy and you had to Afghanistan and start talking trash about the Taliban, they will give you some kind of scuffle. They will give you a real test.
Well, okay, so in the early days of the Russian invasion in Ukraine, I was reading this article, and they said the Russian army was so unprepared. They'd show up thinking there was going to be uniforms and boots and guns and stuff, and they go, you go kill that guy, that's your uniform. Steal his gun, you got a gun. So this is what I'm saying. Just join the Ukrainian army or the Russian army. Nobody fucking knows over there. They're stealing each other's outfits and guns. So
right, like your purpose is not to win. Your purpose is to kill.
Right.
We're forgetting the mission.
If you want to kill people and you're a psychopath, there are opportunities to do so legally, and you're not going to end up in prison or shot by a cop. So
here's an even crazier one that would literally help everyone figure out how to get rid of Vladimir Putin.
Right.
I'm telling you, if you can figure that out, Joe Biden will invite you in the house.
You'd be a Ukrainian hero for the rest.
You'd be everywhere.
World hero. Yeah, nobody likes that.
Think about this, right? Who in the world, other than maybe some of the people in Russia and Vladimir Putin, would be upset if Vladimir Putin was not here? I'm coming up blank.
Kim Jong-un would shed a tear.
He might be upset, yes.
A big greasy
and the guy
tear.
in Iran, whoever's running Iran, right? The Ayatollah, Shakazan, whatever.
The Filipino dictator would probably be. Would he be upset about?
No, he likes us. He likes Joe Biden, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, he does.
Doesn't he use Hunter as his lawyer?
That's his dealer. That's his coke dealer.
He handles the light legal work. He was the contracts. No, I'm joking. Like, I mean, seriously, in all seriousness, who do you think would be like, oh my God, Vlad's dead? Not many people. I got to be honest. It would be a small group.
Well, I do know India is pro-Russia.
Yeah. Andy's being sarcastic, but I think he's right.
Well, here's the thing. Hold on a second. I know how to flip India right round. You ready for it?
No, boy.
What's the name of your military called, India? Let me show you a tour here around. This is just the Navy. These are the SEALs.
Yep.
Because it's like people used to say all the time, well, if you're worried about the Taliban coming here, I always say to myself, what's the name of their Air Force called? Do they have a Navy? They're a bunch of half-wits that have read a little bit of some religious book and have been handed a weapon and promised to three squares a day.
3 squares, 40 acres and a mule, and then all of a sudden.
That's right.
Do we have? Was that the last story? Did we bleed that for those 5? Oh no, we have one more.
We have 2 more actually.
Get to them.
Do you want to talk about presidential assassinations or the IRS?
Oh, I didn't read the IRS story, so let's go with the assassinations.
Okay. Yeah, this is kind of old news as well. We were just covering the other week how like presidential candidates in Ecuador keep getting shot up.
Yeah. So
So
Didn't
now
this guy die?
this guy got
Yeah, he
3
did.
bullets to the head. Remember?
Yes, I do recall it.
Presidential
back?
candidate. Well, now the new lady is her. Here's my issue though. The whole thing is
This is the new leader.
this is the new candidate from the party where the
Oh.
drug dealers assassinated the main guy. So she's coming up now. She's wearing, the whole thing is about how she has to wear a bulletproof vest. I don't know if she heard this guy got 3 bullets to the head.
Shot
So
in
I'm
the
just
face,
like,
yeah.
I'm not making fun of this
Maybe a
situation.
helmet.
You need a helmet. Yeah, because they 40 bullets. They shot him with 40 bullets. I don't think that vest.
Now, where is this at again? Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Now, I'm no presidential candidate, but if I were her, I would say, get the leader of the cartel in here. I need to speak with him. And I would say, Mr. Cartel leader, tell us what your troubles are before you kill us all.
Right.
And I would see if I couldn't work them out. I'm no diplomat myself, but I think you're going to need his help. And does Ecuador have a military, or is he run it?
No, I think they have a military. So traditionally, I guess from this article, Ecuador's been fine. It's just recently that the Mexican cartels have come in and caused all this violence. But I like that you're doing outside the box thinking. But hear me out. Just legalize fucking drugs. Legalize drugs, and then there's no more cartels.
I mean, is that what they want?
I can't imagine they would.
My God, I would have already handled this. I would have said, guys, come on, this is the tooth fairy work. I thought y'all were looking for something else.
I don't think the cartels want drugs legalized because then the state could regulate and tax them. I don't know. I'm sure they just want power.
Well,
but
hold on. Here's what I would say to the cartels, guys. Listen, take it easy, relax. How about instead of just making the drugs, you make all the drugs?
Right. Oh, there you go. Get them on the
right.
book.
So right, exactly. So here, hold on. You say here's Ken Jones from Pfizer.
Right.
Here's Stanley Stevens from Merck.
Yeah.
And here is Julio
Right.
Juarez from the Sinaloa cartel.
So
Sinaloa Pharmaceuticals.
This is a great idea because I know that ayahuasca tourism is a thing. You get a whole bunch of white people excited about going to Peru and do ayahuasca. If one of these countries would legalize cocaine, like, okay, it's not Colombian cocaine, but I'm sure Ecuadorian cocaine is fine. You know, they could be like cocaine tourism would be a thing. Cartels are out. She doesn't have to worry about getting shot in the head. And you're taxing coke? Oh my God. When I buy weed legally, the tax is unbelievable. And I still do it. Wow.
I know, it's so new. I mean, here's the thing, right? I don't understand why these people don't reach out to us. Do they not know to use LinkedIn?
Do they not watch this show? I mean, what are
they doing?
Right?
They don't like feet jokes and hot pocket commentary?
What I don't understand is that these people have all these problems. It seems so simple to me.
I know. And listen, what more do I have to give? What more do we have to do?
I hope Joe Biden's tuning in because we've got your troubles. Maybe Joe should start siphoning in questions. You know what we should do is we should start taking questions from the audience on how to solve problems.
I think so too. Well, we've crowdsourced a lot of wisdom here today. I think part of the problem is that we don't live stream from MySpace. So we got to get Timberlake on the phone. I think there's a lot of opportunity there as well.
That's true. I wonder if he's dancing.
The story does make me wonder, though, like if Americans have so many guns and a lot of people are anti-Biden or anti-Trump, how come there aren't more incidents like this in America?
We have a thing called the Secret Service, and they'll kill you. Dead.
Yeah, I know, but like these guns, a lot of high-powered rifles, you can shoot from
right.
distance. I don't get it either.
Yeah.
You know what? I gotta be honest. I gotta say this, right? Unless it's like a mass shooting, which I feel usually the people are pretty clever on. I feel like the crazy people that sit around plotting this out. I'm not saying this always, but they always try to go after the president and stuff. I just feel like they just fumble the bag at the end. Don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Or they get taken down or whatever.
When was the last attempt on the president of the United States? Was it George Bush?
Very true.
The shoe incident?
I don't think so.
Was the shoe?
Was that a gun? He was made a bomb with the. No.
Yeah, it was a
joke.
joke.
At him. That's what it was, right?
Yeah.
But you got to figure. So you look at the '60s, and it was like RFK, JFK, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr. I don't know when Huey Newton was killed, but like the assassinations were a thing, and they're just not a thing anymore, which is weird because we have way more fucking guns now.
Exactly.
You know?
It's almost as if somebody wanted those people dead.
It's almost who had a vested interest in killing all those people. Anybody?
Sounds like Lee Harvey Oswald.
It was Lee Harvey, all four of them.
He was the first wild man.
Yeah. There's no more Lee Harveys. This country isn't what it used to be. Bunch of pussies now.
You know what? It's funny you were saying that day
Shame.
about names go away. You never hear anybody. Unless actually that one show I forgot it Suits, but besides Suits, you never hear anybody named Harvey, right? Like you never meet anybody like my name's Adolf. You know,
No,
Hitler or
Harvey has
whatever.
been retired. You think Lee Harvey Oswald buried Harvey as a name?
I don't know, but it's possible. You never hear anybody named Lee Harvey.
No, I don't know a single Lee Harvey. No, that's a really good point. All right, listen, we only have 30 seconds left. Does anybody else have a hot take you want to get out before we end? Any other world problem you want to solve real quick? No, we'll save it for tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do taxes tomorrow.
Okay, we're doing taxes. I hope this lady lives. She seems very
She does seem like a nice lady.
And, I hope the best for Ecuador. They should just legalize drugs. Okay, goodbye, America. See you tomorrow. We don't need a guest. Fuck guests.